Welcome in, you guys. Welcome, welcome. I thought I should start out with a little video. Sorry I put that I was coming in yesterday. I thought it was in there today. I am starting this video with Dolly Vision and showing you these elements that are going to be shown throughout today's presentation. All of this. All of this. This here. See this thing right here? These milk jug like things. See that? Right? Is that still... What? Wait, am I missing something? Why can't I read this? Oh, that's on there. Anyways, this here is just like our elements. Like you could put Summer Moonwell's milk jug in here with that blue little tip. Like what is that, right? So I'm going to be showing you all of this in today's presentation. I have about let's see, it's almost 4. I have about 45 minutes before I need to go. So this is going to be awesome. Dolly Vision's video that he put out when he was in Tennessee during CrimeCon. I've been using this as a staple video to show you what deepfake looks like and to show you these rooms back here. So everything I do and say falls under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. What we do here is for educational entertainment purposes only, to bring justice to the children that I call Summer Moonwell's Got Gone, Get Gone children. My story, if you go to my very first, actually listen to my very first video yesterday, has not shifted. I said that there's boxes surrounded by maroon, they're down under, and there's plexiglass. Now, Dolly Vision, for some reason, has the whole fucking thing in the back of his car, right? He's driving a car that slowly shows information that I call Summer Moonwell's case. So if you watch out of his car, you will see the back window changes and the rooms change. So what I have done is I've taken a lot of this, see the red back there, and added it to today's presentation. It is really important to pay attention today because the YouTube creators that are out there and the YouTube creators that we look at as families, as well as the YouTube creators that create content for these children, really quite show enormous amount of information that really tells the story. So if you see it or not, that's fine. Because what I do here is I give you my reading over the picture. So let's say this picture here, maybe it's here, maybe it isn't. But I do know that these boxes surrounded by maroon trim is what these boxes I'm told to be holding these children. And it's part of the transportation. It's part of what happens to these children. Now, does that mean that it's in Dolly's video? I have no freaking idea. All I know is these videos tell the story. in the smallest of the smallest windows, in the back windows, in the car. So these are called deep fakes. The deep fake is what's above the truth in which I am bringing to you. These children are brought down under. They are brought into an area that no one could find them unless we are brought to them. These children do not come back. And Dolly Vision is just like one of several channels that shows the story to me. Right there. And, you know, these blocks back here in the back of his car, they change. See how they don't stay the same? It's telling a story to me, and the story is what I'm showing you today. These children that are just get gone children. It's a very large group, and they have a lot of money to protect this. But for some reason, they do show elements inside these videos. They just do. Now, if they know it or they don't, that is the question. You see, I see a lot of different people involved. This is the underground, you guys. You see? This is the underground. It's the underground railroad system. And they are pulled through here, you guys. These are places that people know about. Look all the way to the right side. All the way to the rim. Let me show you. So I thought that, you know, knowing we do get new listeners, it's stuff like this. It shows a locked door. It shows a hinge. The same hinges that I talked about in Summer Moon Wells, Don Wells's construction. So even if Dolly didn't know about this, let's say he doesn't know. For someone who is an advocate to help find these children, should know and do something about it, because the back of him changes so drastically. It doesn't even make sense. See the back? So this is just a little, look at that. Look at the machine. This is what I call the white machine. Like, that doesn't just show up. Look, from there to there. That's not, okay, that's not a truck. I don't know what the fuck that is, but it's not a normal looking truck. So it goes from the machinery to a little teeny truck. So understand that this is, these are vehicles to get answers. And these are vehicles for me to help tell you the story, right? Here, these stories are all about bringing justice to Summer Moon. Summer Moon is the little child who speaks to me spiritually to help get the story straight. For many of you that don't know, Summer Moon Wells, her very first videos were the ones that told the story. The ones that are helping bring justice as we speak over them. This is Summer Moon Wells's Swimming in the Water. I'm showing this again because it is very critical to see and understand that she's not alone. Look at the way her head is tilted. These Summer Moon Wellses are all different ones. They represent the children that I'm speaking about. They represent the ones with no names. They represent the ones that are not getting justice. They're not being talked about. This group has a way of getting small ones, little ones, teeny ones, embryos. They're all together in a group. Thank you, nothing but love. Thank you for that. We love you, and spirits, I love you guys. I can't do this without you. Thank you for that super chat. Thank you. This is Summer Moon, you guys. This is what's in the smaller videos with the smaller pictures. It's important to understand that these smaller, the smallest photos show justice, and to go back to them. Go back to the beginning. The sticks. The sticks with the little teeny heads on the top, just like I showed you yesterday. My little ballerinas with the little teeny heads coming out of a pipe. That's how they're showing you and presenting Summer with the baby, with the little one, with the big one. The story has never shifted. The story has never changed. This is the story of the Summer Moon Wells children. This is the story of how they went into the water after they go through a horrific sacrifice. There's many, many, many of them. And it's not being talked about. The photo that you saw of this quote-unquote hunter, it's not Hunter, it's another victim that went with Summer. This is another victim whose arm has been probably pulled off, cut off, as part of the sacrifice. They show Summer Moon Wells very clearly. The interview room shows so many images that we just don't have. But they tell the truth. Summer winds up in the leaves, in the trees. She goes back. She has been sacrificed for the resurrection. She goes back into the universe. They show it. I see images that I could take clearly and tell you the story of these children. This is the story of the children, you guys. It always has been. Always has been. It's never changed. I go back to Molly Golightly. I go back to Cracking Cases. I go back to all of those channels that were in the beginning. In the beginning. That is Summer Moon Wells that I see standing right behind Cracking Cases. Cam. This is in his video. This is when they went to the Wells property. They were at the Wells property. This group, Benny Keys, Robin, Allie and Cam and Allie, Candace, Don. There's some other people that were there, but this is Summer. What about this doesn't jive? What about this that no one wants to see Summer Moon in the window, in the doorway of Cam's car? You may not see it. You may look at this and say, this is a fucking bullshit picture. I am telling you what I see. I see Summer. I see Summer peeking through this window. I see Summer peeking through the window that is shown in Dolly Vision's videos. I see the children behind these windows, inside these windows. What about this isn't clear? What is this? Oh, I don't know what just happened. What about this isn't clear, you guys? What? These are the windows that the children are placed within. This is the story of the Summer Moon Wells children. It goes right back to the beginning. Right back to the same people that showed it on the night of June 15th. The night. You might as well take this and put this little girl's photo right in there. You could take this and put any of the children that we speak about in these windows. Do you see how that child is shifting? Doesn't stay the same. Those are different photos. There's movement behind him. I believe full fucking heart filled. My heart is filled that this is the answer. That the people that showed up the night of June 16th know what the fuck happened to Summer. These groups are massive. These groups are massive. The children that they show throughout the internet, throughout these families, have gone through the same thing. I don't know who this is, but this is not Dolly Vision that we know. Never has been. The photos that we have inside these videos show the complete story. One day, someone is going to take this and pull it apart, and they're going to match up the fucking box in the fucking car that matches the Don Wells property box that I said, this is summer. This is summer. This is the box that I'm following all the way to Fred Hill's property. This is the box that traveled on allegedly Fred Hill's property with Ziggy. What the fuck is that doing in the back of his car now? You guys, wake the fuck up. This is all telling the story of the Summer Moon Wells missing children. This is the documentary. This is the story. These children don't just get up and disappear. These children are not getting any recognition to tell the story of the Summer Moon Wells children. Why? Because it's massive. Why? Because they cannot look at this and accept the fact that that is the answer. It changes over and over and gives the answer. That is the box that holds the key to the missing children. End of story. That is the box, exact box I have been pointing out. Here's the boxes. There's a maroon, a green, and a white. Let me bring it in. Let me show you how they shift in Dolly's video. This is on that side. And this is on this side. Either they're moving body parts or it's a complete body. I just know. I could only tell you the way that I know it, you guys. I could only speak from the way that I see it and understand it, the way that I hear it. I can't do it any other way. Maybe this is the refrigerator. But it's consistent. There's your hole. And I told you all the time that there's like a string or whatever hanging out. It holds the story of what I'm telling you today. The rooms look just like that behind him. They look just like that. the rooms were shown. You guys pay the fuck attention to this. I'm serious. Listen clearly to me. Listen to what I am telling you. The Idaho 4 went into the same boxes and went through the same thing as Summer. They went through the same thing. There is no difference between any of these boxes. See these boxes? See this box? Understand that these are boxes of importance. You can't even see the difference between Summer Moon Wells and Idaho 4. You guys, they're all the same. Summer Moon Wells' boxes were shown right here at Hippie House. The Idaho 4's is to the right. You guys, there's no difference. They're showing the same thing. These are boxes behind plexiglass with, this is the same thing with the number 5s or whatever these are. Just like this, just like what's back here. Watch. Look at this. This is the Idaho 4's TikTok. Why doesn't anyone question the fact that she's pushing a box up the stairs? This is a sacrifice. This box is no different than any other box that I've shown you that is part of the Summer Moon Wells Missing Children story. That box is just like a Summer Moon Wells in a box. That's what I see. I see sacrifices. I see that smaller children, so many small children. I want you to look very closely at these two pictures and understand that Summer Moon Wells Hippie House is to the left, and to the right is the Idaho 4. You guys, every one of these circumstances, every one of these situations, every story, every case that we go over is the same. They show it over and over. What makes you think that the heads sticking out in the back are any different than any of the other heads that I've shown before? The problem is, no one's looking. I see it. There's your maroon box, and there's your sacrifices. That is the same box that is being represented throughout the ritual. Story never changes. Story never changes. Ethan, story never changes. When you see these heads behind the plexiglass, they show it loud and proud. But guess what? They're fucking weasels because they're hiding. They hide. See this? They're hiding. There's no difference between any of these. The predator who helps put these kids behind these plexiglass is right there. It's the same. This right here, right here, that's inside these boxes, these are the trophies. And I am not quite sure what the fuck he is laying in, but you guys, you know, these people are just filling airways and completely forgetting about why they came onto YouTube to begin with. Came onto YouTube to bring justice to the children by telling their story. And these fucking idiots are going to keep showing their shit. I'm going to keep showing apples to apples. Because as I keep showing it, it's educating and entertaining you guys. But let me tell you something. Their stories are all the same. They're pushing the same goddamn boxes as I just showed you in the back of Dolly Vision's fucking car. They're pushing the same boxes. Maroon, the green, the white. The maroon, the green, the white. Let me pull in. These are the same boxes. Let me change the contrast. That I just showed you within Dolly's car. Now, I don't care how blurry it is. It's there. And there's no difference to me from what I see there to Summer Moon that I call here. Let me brighten her up. Wait, I'm going to brighten this up. They both have the same stuff on them. And let me grab the box. Find the box. Oh, it's in my presentation. Okay. The box. So these boxes travel. Okay? And they don't change. Each and every one of the stories, you guys, that we discuss here. Show it. I mean, to me, she's holding a baby. She's holding a freaking embryo or something. I see it. You may not see it. I mean, you may not see it. That's fine. But what I could tell you is the story for me is very clear. And you know what? They have nothing to go by. So why the fuck don't they do something different? Like, you guys, she's sitting on something. This is a whole This is a whole sacrifice. This is the thing you push. It's being ignored. The smallest of the smallest, teeniest of the teeniest little pictures that are in the corners, like between the frames, hold the truth. Between the frames, it shows you these boxes with the light. That is not a staircase. And that is a sacrifice. This is in the video. It's between the deep fake. This. This is the Idaho 4 case, you guys. The Idaho 4 case shows Summer Moonwell's case. You see this? These are the wells saying like a goodbye to summer. But in the corner of the smallest of the window, they show summer. Just as they show summer here. If the authorities could just look at these videos and understand that these pieces match. This is the wells on their property. That's Candace. That I did not put that picture there, you guys. That picture shows up in the corner between the frames. What I'm telling you is it's no different than here. It's no different. Thank you, Tell It to Ellie. Actually, welcome in, everybody. There's no difference. She is on what I call a head on a platter. This is Summer's picture, you guys, from her poster. I follow groups like this. Now, when I show families like this, I have plenty of them, many of them. It's not about them. It's not about them. They work hard on their channel. Whatever they do, they do. I mean, you know, everything I do and say falls under Section 107, the Copyright Act 1976. When I show families like this, what I'm trying to tell you is there is a cookie cutter of information on families that I find information through families like this. And when I go to their ultrasound pictures, all of their ultrasound pictures look like this. Shh. This is what they look like. Ultrasound pictures are not normal. Let me close my door. Ultrasound pictures. They look like this. Ultrasounds of babies do not look like this. I have very, very large dogs, you guys. Hold on. Closing this. They don't look like this. Babies' ultrasound pictures don't look like this. But the channels that I follow, they look like this. This channel that I follow, you zoom in, and it's not a little child. It's not a baby. It's an adult head with adult teeth. Maybe it's there, maybe it isn't. I see it. It's part of the sacrifices, you guys. It's just part of it. This is a little teeny baby that he's playing with on the bed that doesn't have teeth yet. Do you know how often it happens that I zoom in and the heads are different? That's an adult face. And this is what I call a deep fake. It's right in front of us. Right in front of us. These ultrasound photos, you guys, are sick. These ultrasound photos do not appear to be normal. Not one channel has a normal ultrasound photo. Not one channel has a normal looking pregnant teenager. Not one. I am not quite sure what is on them, but not one. Not one. Many of these channels show things that just, to me, are platforms, and they are part of some equipment that they use, but some of these channels just don't get it. It shows so obvious. It's shown so obvious. So I'm showing you information here that they're just normal. Like, anyone who's been following me know that these are photos that are elements and they shouldn't be in the car. But this is how we see them. We see the person in the corner of these things, and it just happens to appear in his window. So all of these videos are, some of them just, I don't understand how nobody notices. Like in between their car, they're telling us that the box that we follow, the maroon box, is outside their window? Don't think so. This is the equipment, you guys. This is the equipment, period. This is the equipment that I follow. This is the equipment that doesn't change. This is the equipment that is the same throughout each and every one of the videos. This equipment doesn't change. It doesn't change. But some of these videos and these people just show it. This helps me tell you the story of the Summer Moonwell's children. I told you there's a big one, a little one, and a little one. Bridal Pictionary, there's a big one, an older one, a younger one, a younger one, and a very little one. These are families of children that are giving birth to children specifically for the resurrection. Specifically. Now let me tell you something. This needs to be heard. This photo needs to be seen. This channel needs to be investigated. I have a very strong feeling, a very strong pull. I feel sadness. I feel sadness. I feel danger. This is, I don't know his name, this is Ballerina Farm. This is the husband's hand of Ballerina Farm. I have never ever found a photo that has all of the long red nails ever. This one does. This one here, you guys, is a photo of him putting his hand out the window. He's just barely placing his hand out the window that he's driving on his farmland. There is my plexiglass. This to me is extremely uncomfortable. And I'm very scared. I feel very scared. I feel like something's wrong with the meat. I feel just... Like, I see the story here, you guys. Right here. I see the story of the Summer Moonwell's children. Everything on this is very intense to me. Where the finger touches that barn, the rooftop is slightly up. I actually feel like I actually feel sad for the girl. Like, I feel like there's multitudes of her, like there's carbon copies of her, and I don't like it. I really don't like this. But his finger with the nail is speaking to me. This man is speaking to me. These photos from their videos speak to me. I see what they do with these children. I believe that they use these children on farms. They use them in the cattle. They use them in the meat. They use them in the food. They use them in the food. I fucking don't like it. I just don't. And I've never seen their channel before. Came up. And I know that they're billionaires. And this is no good. This is her. I see sacrifice. I see sickness. I see danger. I see awful things. It's making me feel sad. It's making me feel that there's a person that is very controlling, demanding, in control, and the life that the ballerina lives is so not what you think it is. It is so not what you think it is. I see abuse. I see danger. I see young children. I see multiple. I see lots of children. Lots and lots of children. I see control, and I don't see one woman. I see many, many, many women, you guys. Many. And these are sacrifices that are going on. People are sacrificing themselves. And it's horrible. Like, it's hurting me. It's hurting me to show this. The Idaho 4 showed all the same stuff, you guys. They showed these boxes in this video. There are the boxes. There's the finger. That is Ethan. These children, these adults, these babies, they have all been sent to the very same thing. They have all been sent there. These boxes have never shifted. These boxes stay the same. And if in fact the authorities could hone in and do something different, for all I know, they can't. For all I know, and for all you know, they need to shut the fuck up. But what I'm telling you is this here, these are the same. The same fucking thing. Summer Moon Wells is in the same fucking box. These embryos are in the same box. This now makes sense. I see the little box. One of the things that comes to mind is what's in the meat. Like, I mean, I just sorry to say it, but I'd be very curious what's in the meat, where it comes from, how it's made. And this is Summer Moon. That is the same box, you guys, as Ethan. Period. This is the same box. See? This is the same. This. It's baby summer. And this is my presentation for today. This is my presentation for the day. Somewhere in the universe, somewhere in a moment of time, this will all come tumbling down. What I do know and understand this to be is ginormous. It has to do with food. It has to do with resurrection. It has to do with murdering, sacrificing multiple children, multiple teens having babies, lies on the internet, fucking lies on YouTube. Lies. On that note, I'm going to call it a night. And push this shit out, you guys. I have someone ordering their meat. And it's going to be tested. Because seriously, you know that it doesn't even say what's in it, or the fat content, or where it came from. It didn't just come from their farm. But that's not the moral of the story. Is they're all going in the same location here. I love you all. God bless you all. Thank you for being here. Thank you for that super chat. Thank you all in chat. Welcome in, and please put your thumbs up on your way in and subscribe. Bye, guys.